Hello everyone! Today I'm here to share with you all the books I plan to read in November. November is, I would arguably say, one of the most big releases months of the entire year, which I love how they do that to us during holiday months where you don't have a lot of time to read because of holidays, but they put all your most anticipated books out. So I have a lot of books I want to read. None of them I have currently with me because as of filming, they're not out yet. So hopefully pictures will do. The 5th of November is like the biggest release date of them all. Isn't it like V for Vendetta? Remember the 5th of November? I think that might be it. I don't know. Either way, I have a lot of books I want to read that come out. The first one, The Toll by Neil Shusterman, coming out on November 5th. This is the third and final book in the Arc of the Scythe series, which is one of my favorite series of all time. It is hyped. I'm not going to lie to you. It's a hyped series, but I love it. If you don't know, Scythe, the first book, is about this world we live in, a futuristic world where everything's been solved, like hunger, poverty, diseases, even death. We've conquered death. And basically we have these people that are scythes whose job it is to control the population, to pretty much kill people. And we have these two teenagers that are apprentices to scythes. They both are not enjoying it, and then that's where the book goes from there. This series is amazing. It's very, it gets dark, it gets twisty, it gets very political with the whole world and everything like that. But it is an amazing series. So I cannot wait to read The Toll, especially how the cliffhanger of the freaking Thunderhead left off. I need The Toll right now in my life. I will be filming a full-length review on the whole series overall if you want to check it out, but yeah, I can't wait for The Toll. Also on the 5th is Call Down the Hawk by Maggie Stiefvater. This is her new series that's kind of set in the Raven Boys world. If you don't know, The Raven Boys is one of my favorite series of all time, the Raven Cycle, I should say. This one we follow Ronan, who is one of the main characters in The Raven Boys, and another character as well. I'm excited for it. I'm also very nervous for it because whenever Maggie Stiefvater revisits a series, I tend not to love it, such as Sinner with the Wolves of Mercy Fall. I didn't like that at all. So I am nervous, but I am very excited for this one. Either way, I know the writing's going to be beautiful, and I can't wait to check it out. Also, on the 5th, we have Supernova by Marissa Meyer. This is the third and final book in the Renegade series, and I love this series. It's a fun superhero series. I will say the second one I didn't love. It was very long, and I did not think it needed to be that long. It definitely suffered from second book syndrome, but I love Renegades. The first book was so much fun. We have basically these heroes that are called the Renegades. They have these different powers. Then we have the arch enemies who are kind of the villains and everything like that. They want to take the Renegades down. We follow Nova, who is actually an arch enemy, and she infiltrates the Renegades and she's trying to take them down from within, and she's slowly kind of changing her tune and things get interesting, and I'm excited to see how the third book's going to play out. I'm interested to see how long it's going to be. If knowing Marissa Meyer, it's going to be a very lengthy book, so it's going to take a while for me to read, but I'm hoping it's going to be really good because I didn't love the second book, but I love Renegades. If you like Marvel and superhero stuff, Renegades is a great series to check out, so I am very, very excited, very nervous, all the feelings for Supernova. Last book that comes out on the 5th that I actually have a copy of is The How and Why by Cynthia Han. This book is told in two timelines. We follow Cassandra, who has a loving mom, a loving dad, but she's kind of wanting to figure out where she came from because she is adopted. So she turns 18 and she finds all these letters that her birth mom actually wrote to her when she was in the womb. And basically she's reading the letters, learning about her birth mother, why she gave her up for adoption, things like that. We also travel back in time to Cassandra's actual birth mother writing these letters, her getting pregnant with her, and things like that. We have, intersecting timelines about a mother and a daughter, and they're reading about each other, but they've never even met in real life, really, honestly. So I am excited to read it. It sounds like a hard-hitting YA contemporary book that I love and adore, and I can't wait to check out. So needless to say, I'm very, very excited for this one. I'm hoping, I have high expectations that this might be one of my favorite books of the year, so I'm really hoping it delivers on that front. And the last new release that I really, really want to get to this month is Queen of Nothing by Holly Black. This is the third and final book, I think, in the Era Folk. I always forget the series name. The Cruel Prince series, pretty much. I enjoy that series. It's very overhyped here on BookTube, but I like it. It's a dark fairy fantasy with a hate to love romance, and I'm very invested in it, especially how the second book ended. I am excited. So the fact that I think this was pushed up 2 months, we weren't supposed to get this until 2020, but we're getting it this year. So that's insane. So I'm very much anticipating to read how it's all going to end, and I have theories, but I don't know if they're going to pan out. Either way, I'm definitely on the Holly Black train when it comes to The Cruel Prince. Like, I'm there for it, and I'm excited for this one. Those are all the books I am definitely reading for sure in November. They are quite big books, so I am nervous that might take my whole November because it's holiday month, Thanksgiving, things like that. But of course, there's some other ones that I would really like to get to because I just like really setting insane goals for myself. The first one is Get a Life, Chloe Brown by Talia Hibbert. I think this was released either in October or November, so it is somewhat a new release. This is about a girl named Chloe who has a chronic illness, and she almost died, and she decides with that she's gonna make some goals for her life to get a life. She wants to like go on a motorcycle, do things because she hasn't done it because of her chronic illness. And there she meets a guy named Red who kind of, she enlists to go onto this adventure with her, and then she learns more things about him and things like that. It sounds really amazing. I haven't read a ton of books featuring a character that has a chronic illness, so I'm really happy it's being represented, and I've heard so many cute things about this book. The cover alone is adorable, so I can't wait to read this one. I hope I can read it. I'm pretty sure I can because I haven't read a cutesy book in a couple months, and your girl needs one. Speaking of cutesy books, another book coming out this month is Not the Girl You Marry by Angie J. Christopher. This is basically how to lose a guy in 10 days gets a millennial makeover, and that's all I'll tell you about it because that's all I need to know. But either way, it sounds cute. It sounds adorable. I like to read a few cutesy novels every month because especially this month, I'm reading a lot of YA fantasy and kind of darker books. I like to read cutesy books in between them to kind of like keep my mind fresh so I don't like read a ton of the same genre. I don't know. It's just how my mind works. Either way, this one just sounds like a cute book. I don't know if it's going to be amazing. I hope it will be. The next one is The Lost Causes of Bleak Creek by Rhett and Link. Good Mythical Morning. I've talked about this a lot. I love Rhett and Link. I love Good Mythical Morning. I watch it every morning. It's just a fun thing to do. This is their first like fully fiction novel. This one I might read, I might not. It's still very much up in the air. Like I'm interested in it, but I don't know if I'm going to read it. It's a sci-fi book kind of based on where they lived, Bowie's Creek, North Carolina, Bleak Creek, and like things happen. I don't know much about it, honestly, just the fact that it has Rhett and Link on it, but I do want to check it out. Last one I want to check out because everyone has been talking about on BookTube, and you guys have been commenting a lot saying you should read this book, and I'm like, okay, I listened to you, and that is American Royals by Catherine McGee. This wasn't really on my radar. I'm not a big fan of royalty. I'm just not. It's like, I like it sometimes, like, you know, in Red, White, and Royal Blue. That was really cute. I like the royalty in that. But it's not like one of my favorite things. I'm just not really invested in it as a lot of other people are, which is totally fine. But everyone has been raving about this book, so I'm in it. So basically, this is about if America had royalty, and we follow a slew of characters that are supposed to do these things in their life, and they like these people, but they shouldn't like these people. I don't know much about it other than the fact that it's America and royalty, and it's very much, a lot of people say it's like a drama book, like Gossip Girl, which, yeah, I'm gonna read it because Gossip Girl. I love Gossip Girl, always have. So yeah, those are the books I'm gonna read in November. Overall, it's gonna be like, I think, how many books? 9 books, which is normal for me, but there's some big books this month. So here's to hoping. I don't know how I'll do, but I'm gonna try my best, and I'll keep you updated with reading vlogs. I will try to film a couple reading vlogs this month, as well as plenty of reviews for you as well. Expect seeing more reviews for The Toll, Supernova, and The Queen of Nothing, most definitely. The rest hopefully will be in mashup reviews. Anyway, I would love to hear what you're reading this month. Are you reading a whole bunch of new releases like myself, because they're all coming out this month? I would love to hear. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you in my next video. Bye.